Hey guys, Tony here, I hope you're doing really well. And I'm really excited to share with you my brand new speakers for my living room, which are the Krix Neuphonix and Epicentrix. Those who watch my channel may recall in a few videos that I had them on loan from my good friend Mick from Sydney HIFI Montage, and while it was only supposed to be a short-term loan, somehow they ended up becoming a fixture in my living room for over 6 months as I kept using them to make content for the channel. It was a sad day when Mick came to collect them, and he even tried to sing me a song just to soften the blow a little bit, but once they were gone, the space just didn't feel the same without them. There was just something about the blackwood real wood veneer and the commanding presence they gave to the space that I knew that I would just have to save up and buy a pair for myself. So in this video, I'm going to do a full unboxing and overview of these very cool speakers and how I'm planning to use them in my setup, so stay tuned. So first of all, while we unbox the speakers in a time lapse, I'll let you know a little bit about them. First of all, Krix's attention to detail, especially with the packaging, is the best that I've seen, and I've opened up a lot of boxes. There is thick foam around all 6 sides of the box, and there is a thin material on the inside which is specially designed to stop any rubbing from creating hotspots on the finish. It's little attention to details like that that just sets Krix apart from the rest. So the Neuphonix MK2 came into the scene in December 2005 as a premium tower speaker. They were designed for both movies and music and really do shine when you feed them some power. The Epicentrix MK2 arrived a year or so later and was purposely designed and engineered to partner with the Neuphonix, with the high frequency and mid-range drivers being vertically aligned like the Neuphonix to give a nice horizontal dispersion. The beauty of the Epicentrix is that it has similar internal volume as the Neuphonix, as well as the same drivers. However, they are positioned in a horizontal alignment to make them more convenient for having under a television. The Mark II of the Neuphonix, which I have, and the Epicentrix arrived a few years later, and Krix have been making them ever since. I especially love the sculpted baffle and the real wood veneer, which makes these speakers not only perfect for an amazing audio experience, but can be appreciated as a work of art as well. So as I mentioned, I had a set on loan from Mick, and since they left, I set myself a goal to own them for myself. So these speakers are mine to keep. I will go so far as to say that these are my favourite speakers that I own. As people who watch my channel know, I have a dedicated home theatre, also with Krix speakers, and the MX10 wall of sound, and I've been asked how the Neuphonix and Epicentrix combo compared to my dedicated room. Would speakers like this be suitable for a dedicated room? I think for sure they would be. The trio really excel at music, and as my friend Mick often says, if it's good for music, it will be great for movies as well. The main differences are that the MX speakers are designed for dedicated cinema. They are meant to be hidden away behind the screen and have identical left, center and right speakers, so may not work in a casual space or a living room space, as the center would need to go under the TV. They are also more sensitive, making 97 decibels for 2.83 volts at 1 meter, and there is some special magic with the waveguide on the MX10 that give it an incredible cinematic performance, and the MX speakers in my book are hands down for a dedicated home theatre and game setup. Does this mean that the Neuphonix and Epicentrix couldn't be used for a home theatre setup? Not at all. The family and I will often prefer to sit out here in the main room and watch a movie through this setup, and the experience is sensational. They are far more suited for a living room and casual space, especially if there is the need for the wife approval, than the dedicated cinema line like my MX10s. So as this isn't really a review as such, but more of an unboxing and showcase video, I'll give you a brief rundown on the specifications of these speakers. The Neuphonix stand quite tall at 1046mm high, 225mm wide, and 405mm deep, and the recommended power handling is between 50 and 300 watts. The sensitivity rating is 88 decibels for 2.83 volts at 1 meter, so they can definitely benefit from having an additional power amplifier. They are a 3-way design which can be bi-amped as well as bi-wired. Personally, I have tested these speakers in bi-amp mode with the Electra power amplifier, and they really did come to life, and is part of the reason why I want to buy a set for myself. I just need to get the Electra amp to finish the setup. We have 4 5-inch low frequency drivers, 1 5-inch mid frequency driver, and 1 1-inch high frequency driver. One of the small details that makes a big difference in my books are the dual gold-plated binding posts at the back of the speaker instead of the cheap plastic ones that you often see. These are very nice quality speaker terminals, bridged in their current form. However, if you decide to bi-amp or bi-wire, you can simply remove the bridge plate. The Neuphonix towers are reported. They come with feet already attached, but if you want to put them on carpet, there is also a set of carpet spikes if you want to install them. The specifications are quite similar to the Neuphonix, however there are small differences based on the horizontal nature of the speaker. The Epicentrix is hefty, weighing in at 24 kilograms. It has similar cabinet dimensions to the Neuphonix, both internally and externally. The important thing to note is that this center speaker was specially designed to match the Neuphonix towers, so you get a really nice consistent experience across the front soundstage. The level of clarity you get from the vocals and music from this speaker, especially with a bit of extra power, is sensational. The Epicentrix produces 90 decibels for 2.83 volts at 1 meter and is front ported. My assumption being so that they could go inside a TV unit. And I can tell you that in person, this speaker has such an epic look about it, I think you just need to see one in person to get what I mean. I am notorious for having the grills off, and a big part of the appeal for me is showing off the drivers and the sculpted baffle. I just never get tired of how they look. While there are some differences overall, I think that they match really nicely with my Tasmanian oak TV unit. While I still have a bit of work to do to finish this space, such as possibly putting some acoustic panels behind the speakers and adding another thick rug in the front, that is all I'm practically allowed to do in this space, as my wife is wanting to keep the look of this room nice and clean. I can't complain too much, as she has given me free rein to design and implement the dedicated home theatre, which is properly treated, as well as my upstairs space, and as I've learned, you have to pick your battles. So guys, I had to share this unboxing and installation of these speakers with you, because I've been working really hard saving up so that I could buy them. I want to thank Mick for the loan of the original trio, and Michael from Krix for giving his time to me explaining some of the history behind these amazing speakers. If you want me to do a more in-depth review of these speakers and my downstairs setup, including some demos, drop me a comment down below, as well as smashing that like button for me. It really helps me out when you do. If you'd like to be a part of the fun and join our growing community, why not join our Discord server? The links are also in the description below. I'll have links to Sydney Hi-Fi Monovale in the description as well, if you'd like to place an order of these awesome speakers for yourself. So guys, a very big thank you for watching, but that's it for this one. You'll catch me in the next one. Bye for now.